Explosions, which can be natural or artificial, have resulted in shock and anguish for centuries, but some explosions have created great havoc in history. So, which are the biggest explosions in all history? Can you name them? If you want to know about it, watch this video till the end, as we'll show you the most terrible explosions ever in history. Remember to subscribe for more. Here we begin. Number 10. Texas City Disaster. Here there was a fire on board the cargo ship USS Grand Camp, which was docked at Texas City in 1947. It demolished 2,300 tons of ammonium nitrate, a compound utilized in fertilizers and high explosives. The outbreak knocked two aircraft out of the sky. Moreover, it accelerated a chain reaction that exploded nearby refineries and a neighboring cargo ship carrying another 1,000 tons of ammonium nitrate. The catastrophe destroyed approximately 600 people and injured around 3,500, which is normally considered the worst industrial disaster in U.S. history. Number 9. Halifax Explosion. In 1917, a French cargo ship that was fully packed with explosives for World War I accidentally crashed into a Belgian container in the harbor of Halifax, Canada. It detonated with more pressure than any man-made outbreak before, comparable to about 3 kilotons of TNT. There was cumulative destruction for almost 1.2 miles or 2 km encircling the explosion center, and approximately 2,000 people were murdered and 9,000 wounded. It continues the world's biggest artificial spontaneous explosion. Number 8. Chernobyl. Back in 1986, a nuclear reactor erupted in Chernobyl in Ukraine, then part of the Soviet Union. It was the worst nuclear disaster in history. The explosion, which knocked down the 2,000-ton lid off the reactor, emitted 400 times more radioactive effect than the Hiroshima bomb, polluting more than 77,000 square miles or 200,000 square kilometers of Europe. High quantities of radiation endangered approximately 600,000 people, and more than 350,000 people had to be vacated from polluted regions. Number 7. Trinity Blast. You are all aware of the first atom bomb in history, which was demolished at the Trinity site near Alamogordo in 1945, detonating with a force of approximately 20 kilotons of TNT. Scientist J. Robert Oppenheimer later announced that while he contemplated the test, he speculated on a line from the Hindu scripture, Bhagavad Gita, "I'm becoming death, the destroyer of worlds." Nuclear weapons later halted World War II, resulting in decades of suspicion of nuclear demolishment. However, scientists newly found that civilians in New Mexico may have been imperiled thousands of times by the proposed degree of public radiation. Number 6. Tunguska Explosion. The incredible eruption near the Podkamania Tunguska River in 1908 smoothed some 500,000 acres or 2,000 square kilometers of the forest, a region almost the size of Tokyo. Scientists speculate that the explosion was induced by a cosmic consequence from an asteroid or comet, possibly 65 feet or 20 meters in diameter and 185,000 metric tons in mass, more than 7 times that of the Titanic. Number 5. Mount Tambora. In 1815, Mount Tambora in Indonesia erupted with a force of approximately 1,000 megatons of TNT, the largest volcanic eruption in recorded history. The explosion hurled out about 140 billion tons of magma and not merely assassinated more than 71,000 people on the island of Sumbawa and surrounding areas of Lombok, but the ash, which was reused, developed global climate abnormalities. Number 4. KT Extinction Impact Event. The age of dinosaurs ceased in a cataclysm approximately 65 million years ago that killed off about half of all ancestry on the planet. Although exploration indicates the planet was on the brink of an environmental catastrophe before the Cretaceous, Tertiary, or KT extinction, the straw that smashed the dinosaurs back is widely assumed to have been a cosmic consequence of an asteroid or comet some 6 miles or 10 km wide, erupting with a force of about 10,000 gigatons of TNT or some 1,000 times the extent of the world's nuclear armory. Number 3. Comet Shoemaker-Levy 9. The Comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 crashed spectacularly with Jupiter in 1994. The huge planet's gravitational pull pulled the comet apart into segments up to 1.8 miles or 3 kilometers wide, and they blew at 37 miles or 60 kilometers per second, emerging in 21 visible consequences. Number 2. Shadow casting supernova. Supernovas are erupting stars that frequently outshine whole galaxies. The brightest reported supernova in history was spotted in the constellation Lupus, or Latin for the wolf, in the spring of 1006. Number 1. Farthest recorded explosion. Gamma ray explosions are the most important explosions recognized in the universe. The light from the most frigid gamma rays noticed yet, which is dubbed as the GRB 090423, entered our world even from about 13 billion light years away this year. That outbreak, which lingered just a little more than a second, disclosed approximately 100 times more energy than our sun will disclose in its whole 10 billion years' time. It possibly emerged from a dying star 30 to 100 times bigger than the sun. So that's all for now. What do you think about these biggest explosions ever? Do you find this video useful? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe and smash the bell icon to get more updates like this.